Right, today we are going to be comparing the two versions of the CZ Shadow 2 from ASG. We have the standard version here, or as many people call it, the blue version because it has the blue grip. And then we have the orange version over here. The orange version is about $100 more expensive than the blue version, and that is not just because of the color. There is actual improvements between the two, and I'm going to get into that in this video, right? So starting off, the easiest point is going to be the magazines. To get that out of the way, I'm going to remove the magazines. Magazines are completely interchangeable between the two. The functional part of the magazine is the same. The difference is the base pad. So on the orange one, you have a CNC machined aluminum orange anodized base pad, whereas on the standard one, it just is a plastic base pad on here. All right. Now we can get those out of the way because that's the only difference between the magazines. But the guns is where the key differences come in. I'm going to remove the slides on both of these. All right, so basically, if I hold it this way, you may be able to tell first off, or actually you can't really tell very well. So the outer barrels on these are very different. So on the orange, you have a stainless steel fixed outer barrel. It is non-threaded. On the blue version, you have just like a pot metal black one that is threaded. However, this orange is painted on, and it's very thick paint, so you may need to remove that paint before the threads are functional, but it is threaded out of the box. But this is not a fixed barrel. So this barrel is going to drop down every single shot, so it's going to move quite a bit. Whereas the steel one is going to be fixed to the hop-up chamber. Also on the orange, it has a barrel bushing, which is going to further fix the barrel in place. So if I try to wiggle the barrel, there's essentially zero movement. There's just a tiny bit of space just to help it operate smoothly, but essentially there's zero wiggle. I'm wiggling the barrel right now, and there's like no wiggle between the barrel and the gun, essentially. On the blue version, if I wiggle this barrel, you can probably see there's quite a bit of movement there, right? So lots of play as far as that's concerned. You also have on the orange, there is a steel barrel bushing on here, whereas on the standard one, it's just like a plain slide. So this is essentially similar to like a Glock slide, whereas this is more similar to like a 1911 slide. All right. I'm going to take these apart real quick. So as you can see on the blue one, you have the dropping function. So that's going to drop the barrel for like realistic action or whatever. But it also has a lot of side to side play. And this pin is impossible to get out. This pin is the most annoying thing to remove because only one side of it's there. The other side is essentially hidden behind the barrel. Like it's really annoying. I have a video on removing this pin. You can check that out, but it is really annoying. It is possible, but it is not easy for sure. Whereas on the orange one, if you go ahead and remove this, you turn the bushing and remove the barrel. This barrel is fixed in place. It does not, there is zero movement between the hop-up chamber and the barrel, which does technically make it not realistic, but not a big deal. Function is better than form, I believe. And you can see that this pin, you can see both sides of it. So you can actually very easily tap out this pin if you need to change out the inner barrel or the bucking and stuff like that. So that's a major improvement there over this one. This one like is really annoying. Honestly, that's like the most annoying barrel that I've ever seen in a Airsoft replica ever. And then you do have all of these other pieces are all stainless steel. So stainless steel bushing, stainless steel plug, and then the barrel is stainless steel. Now this is non-threaded, but you don't need threads. Just aim and you're fine. The slides are not interchangeable because this one has a much larger hole because of the barrel bushing compared to this one. So I don't know if you can easily see how big of a difference there is. So you cannot interchange the slides unless you have the whole complete slide that you change. If you just want to change, like, if you want to put this type of barrel into this slide, it's not going to work. You have to get the correct barrel for the correct slide, essentially. I'm gonna put these back together. The rest of the internals are exactly the same. So same nozzle, same blowback unit. The hop-up chamber is the same. And the guide system is also the same, essentially. As you can see, it definitely is easier to take apart the standard blue one, but it is just not as good of a system as the orange one. The orange one is much more accurate, there's less play, and it's just a lot higher quality. Now we're going to get into the lowers of the guns. Both the slide catches are essentially identical. There's zero difference between the slide catches. So these will need to be a part that you replace eventually. But the lowers, if we look at on the outside of the lowers, the blue grip panel on here is just a pop metal that has been painted blue. Whereas on the orange, this is a CNC machined aluminum grip panel that has been anodized. And the same is with the magazine release, is also a CNC machined aluminum that has been anodized. And that is in contrast to, again, just painted pot metal. And the mag release up here is also the same situation. And the reason why that's a big deal, that this is CNC machined and anodized, is that this is a lot grippier than the painted panels. So these painted panels are essentially slippery in comparison to these orange panels. The orange panels are like 1,000 times grippier just by them being anodized and machined instead of being cast and painted. So just softer versus aggressive, essentially, even though they look the same. Like they look exactly the same, and that's why that they do these on the cheaper ones. Because it looks the same, it just does not feel the same. Everything else on these is all the same, so the internals are all exactly the same. There's no changes or improvements to the internals of these lowers here, but that's essentially all of the differences between these two. So yeah, I mean, those are the differences. If I were to today buy one of these, I would for sure buy the orange one. I do believe that the improvements you get for the $100 is definitely more than worth it. I personally have one of these just standard blue ones because I got mine a while ago before the orange one existed on the market. So like I have this is my blue one, but I have black grip panels, and I've done quite a few changes internally and externally on this. This is my personal one. I definitely wish I had the orange one because it is definitely a better system for sure. Yeah, I mean, you can do essentially all of the same upgrades to both of these. The biggest difference is going to be any sort of upgrade having to do with the outer barrel or the slide, because you need to make sure if you have the orange, if you're upgrading the slide, you need to get an orange slide. If you have the blue, you need to make sure you get a blue slide, and same thing for the barrels. At this point, I don't think you can get aftermarket bushings or plugs. I believe you can get different outer barrels for the orange, but not the bushing or plug, and there's no reason to. These are both really nice steel CNC machine parts, so you shouldn't need to, but at this moment I don't think you can. But you will have more choices as far as outer barrels are concerned when it comes to this the blue one, just because it's been out for much longer. But essentially same upgrades. And if you are looking at any guides for upgrading, the guides are going to work exactly the same for both of them. The only difference is going to be the barrel, essentially, as far as doing upgrades is concerned. So yeah, that's my video on these. If you do like these, definitely check out your local airsoft shop, see if they have them in stock, to support local businesses. Otherwise, these are definitely available online, but you should be able to find these in stores at your local airsoft shop. Should, keyword. I know that they are available here at my local shop, but that may not be true for yours. But check with them first, just in case, because it's always good to support local shops, because they are the heart of the hobby. Once they go away, kind of the community is essentially gone, essentially. But yeah, have a nice day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if this video was useful for you. And make sure you check out the link down below. That is a link to our Discord server, and you are welcome to join. All right, have a nice day.